get through anything, okay? And that moment, I knew my life would change forever. Hello, how you doing? Yes. Can we all just stand up really quick because you've been sitting for a minute? Can we all stand up, move our legs around? I am Tina.
Meet Tina, StarzTina Wilson, a beacon of hope and transformation for women over 40. As a licensed life and health coach, Tina specializes in empowering those who have faced life's toughest challenges.
The edge of their seat. So when someone says, Tina, how did you do? I'm going to say, I had them at the edge of their seat.
Drawing from her personal triumphs over tragedy, Tina guides women on a transformative journey. Her unique approach is grounded in the 5 pillars of transformation: mindset, heart set, nutrition, fitness, and resilience. Tina's mind, body, and soul awakening program isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. Through her online fitness boutique studio, she merges physical well-being with emotional growth. As an international motivational speaker, Tina's voice resonates across continents. She inspires and educates through her podcast, her dynamic presence on platforms like Clubhouse and Toastmasters International, and her compelling storytelling. Celebrating her latest achievement, the publication of her first book, No More Traumedy, Tina continues to leave a lasting mark in the art of transformation.
I said I need to make a book for anyone who's had some type of trauma or tragedy, because there's no playlist. People don't like to talk about it. Remember, I was with my coach and I'm like, well, this person's got a cool thing. They do motivation. They do finances. I talk about traumedy. That's not cute. He's like, Tina, you make traumedies look good.
Yeah. StarzTina Wilson, transforming lives.
Hey, happy Saturday to you and also you. This is not the 7 a.m. cup of motivation. This is a brand new show, family and friends. It is a brand new show. It is the Saturday Cooking with Tina show, something I decided to do yesterday because when you're on this healthy living journey, it can be a little challenging when it comes to eating, right? It's like, what do I eat? Not only what do I eat, but when do I eat, right? So I used to be vegan back in the day, vegan vegetarian, but for my blood type, I could not sustain that healthily. I made up that word right there. So I decided I'm going to put some of that back in and get back into cooking. So today is the first episode of the cooking show. And Renee, thank you for coming through, Renee. Carla's here. Hey, girl. Hey, how you doing? So Carla's going to be on the side. I'm not sure if Carla is cooking with us, but it's okay because it is a party. How you feeling today, Carla?
I feel good.
I feel good. Da, 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 da. Good morning, Renee. Good morning. You see, I'm always used to saying good morning. Hey, Renee, how you feeling?
I am so excited for this. I am so excited. You cannot imagine. This is the whole reason. I got this kitchen in this place where I'm living.
I love it. I love it. So if you're watching this video, you're probably a woman. You're probably a woman over 40 who's struggling a little bit with getting toned, with all that sort of stuff. So we decided to do a cooking show. And every Saturday, we will be here sometime around this time. If we can get it together, we had some technical difficulties, but we got it through. And today we're making something called cauliflower rice because I love rice. Does anyone else love rice? Do you guys love rice? Oh, I love it. But my belly doesn't love it, right? My belly goes boop when I eat too much rice. So I found a substitute, and that's what you have to do on this healthy living journey, is you have to find substitutions. So Renee, can you lift up your bag? We're making cauliflower rice. And I actually got a lot of these ideas from my daughter because during COVID, she was here and she made we were vegan at the time. She made vegan chicken wings out of cauliflower. All sorts of things out of cauliflower. So Renee has a bag of cauliflower. I've got a head of cauliflower, and Carla's going to be there with the questions. Okay, Carla, we need you there. When you don't understand something, you're going to say, hold up, wait a minute, and ask the question. Okay.
Okay.
So Renee's got the easy job, the easy one, because you have people who are in a rush. They don't have time to do what I'm about to do, but Renee's there. So I'm going to get started with this cauliflower. You're going to need a grater like this. This looks kind of cheap and small, if I'm being honest, but so what? And I'm going to take the cauliflower and I'm going to cut it and I'm just going to start grating it. Can you see me right here, Carla?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So let's talk about oil as I'm doing this. So Renee, since you get to just look at the freaking well of cauliflower, Renee, I want you to start the conversation about the oils that I have over here. You and Carla start talking about oil.
Yes. Carla, have you heard that there, as you probably know, there's all different kinds of oil. But did you know that the differences, there's a lot of different oils that we can cook with. We have coconut oil.
And no chitterlings here.
No,
What kind of oil? What kind of
don't
oil do you use? What kind of oil do you use, Carla?
that would probably
I heard that olive oil was good.
in chitterlings. Yeah.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Olive oil was the best.
Or you check that out and get back to us. But no, we have coconut oil, we have avocado oil, we have olive oil, which is what I have today. We have vegetable oil, and we have I'm forgetting one, Tina. Oh, canola oil.
So let's go back to the conversation of the olive oil. Why it's not that healthy? Because Carla, I used to think the same thing as well, and I wish Chris was here. Carla, if you want to text Chris and ask her if she wants to join us, she's probably with that beautiful granddaughter, because Chris is the queen when it comes to this right here. But I believe she said with the olive oil, when you heat it up, if it gets too hot, it turns into something that's not too healthy. That's why we really don't want it. Is that what you recall, Renee?
Yes. And Carla, when you text her, go ahead and send her the StreamYard links to make things. Hopefully she'll be able to join us. But
so one second. If you guys are wondering who we're talking about, Chris is one of our instructors. We have an online boutique studio, and I say we because I can't do this all alone, right? Renee, can you pull Carla out so we don't have a little black screen up there? That's not too cute. We have an online fitness boutique studio. We have a studio. We have a community, right? And Chris teaches our class on Wednesdays. What day is it?
Wednesdays at 8 a.m.
8 a.m. Eastern. She teaches a class called Mindful Movement. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely amazing. And she's like our go-to person for nutrition, because stuff in nutrition is always changing. All right, back to the oils, Renee.
Back to the oil. So your recollection about the olive oil is correct. It's best used for salads and what have you, because olive oil has a low burn temperature.
Oh, check you out, girl. Check you out. Yeah. Low burn temperature. All right. Renee, I know I'm cutting you short. Guys, this is our first episode, all right? Can you tell people about your fitness journey, like how much you weighed, what size clothes you were, how much weight you got rid of and you're keeping rid of, and how you do that while I'm grating the cauliflower?
I actually will be able to pull some of the things out that I have stayed consistent with to tell them. Yes, about 3 years ago almost.
It's been that long?
Almost, in August.
Wow.
I had been.
I think I'm gonna buy the bag of cauliflower next time, because I'm not even halfway done. But keep talking.
So that's perfect, because I can share my journey. I started about 3 years ago. I had spent a long time getting frustrated, angry, all the emotions at seeing family members making poor health decisions, and then it resulting in irreversible damage to some degree. And I decided, because of that, I didn't want it for myself. But what had happened is I used to be very, very thin. That's just my natural body type.
What was your natural weight?
I think before my soon-to-be 30-year-old son was born, right before he was born, I was around 130. My natural weight was probably around 110, 112, something.
Okay, so your natural weight was about 110. And the reason why I want to bring that up, Renee, is because our bodies tend to stay at a certain size. It's used to that, right? Mm-hmm. And then like when you get bigger, if you stay big too long, your body gets used to that size. So your body was naturally small frame, like a 110. All right, keep going.
Exactly. But what I noticed is that over time, just various situations, my own body had gotten like that. And I was desperately did not want that to make a lasting impact. So I wanted to do something before it was too late. And what I had decided to do is I found a local spin studio. I decided I liked spin. And I was going there multiple times a day. I still love spin. But what was happening is I got I was not seeing any results, even though it was going every day, including Sundays. Until one day, I did not know you at the time, but you actually worked at that studio, and you had been on vacation, which is why I didn't know that. But I started connecting with your classes, and what I noticed is that you came over there after a while. You noticed that I was struggling. Mind you, I had been at this place for a long time at that point, and no one had walked over to me to give me corrections. And you did, and I was so touched by that somebody had cared enough to bother to come over there in that little corner.
Yes, she was.
Yep. And I was so touched that I just reached out to you later that day and said, thank you. That was and to let you know how grateful I was. It was then that you told me about Elite Stars and what you did, and your whole, what you did with your online boutique studio, and also the Arbonne that you're involved with. And you said, if you listen to me, it was very simple. If you listen to me, you'll see results. That's it. I mean, and we had on that call, you had said, okay, well, let's start in September.
Pause right there for a hot second. So, family and friends, she said August. And the reason why I was away, and I'm sure you know this now, Renee, every August and every February, I would go to New Jersey to celebrate and honor my son. His birthday is in August. So I was gone the beginning of August. When I came back, it was mid-August. And in our community, we have different challenges each month. Like we have a running club, certain miles we have to do each month, certain things of water we have to do each month. And Renee could barely, this was during COVID, so it was hard to find water. I remember she was like running from store to store trying to find gallons of water.
Yep.
Go ahead, Renee.
You can tell it was funny. I thought you were going to tell a different story, but I'll get to that too. But I was so invested. I ran out and bought 7 gallons of water, all the healthy vegetables and berries, and all the things that we had talked about. And I remember putting them nicely on display on my table and sending you a picture and saying, I'm ready. And you said, well, if you're ready and you're committed, which I was, we can start now. So I started mid-August. And this is the story I thought you were going to tell, is that we have a running club. In that particular month, the team had decided to do, or what was it? I think it was 40 miles for the month. And it was mid-August. And I was so invested that I completed the challenge of that month by the end of August.
And let me tell you guys, Renee was not small. She was about 60 pounds heavier. She could barely run. And I was training for the marathon. This is how much I love this girl. Mm-hmm. I was training for a marathon. So I was probably like 6-8 weeks into it. So one week I'd have to do a long run, which would be like 10 or 12 miles. And the following week would be like 3 or 5. Mm-hmm. And she clearly could not do 12 or 14 miles because, she's big. So she would come a few hours later and meet me. And it was so cute. Do you remember those days, Renee?
I do. I miss those days. It was so much fun. I remember one day you didn't even know I was coming and I just showed up because I think it was one of your long run days.
Yes, yes. Now talk to us about your eating, because I always say 80% of how you look. How did you make that change, the mindset part? And I'm still grading, guys. I'm still grading the cauliflower, by the way. I'm still grading.
I can continue my story.
But it's going to taste better than yours. It's going to taste better than yours because it's fresh. You can get it in a bag, or you can sit here and grate. Right.
Oh, God, you're too funny. So yeah, at that moment, at those moments, and keep in mind, okay, I guess I was 203 pounds. I will not forget it. 203 pounds. That was at the day that we had that, I guess we call them the intake calls these days, but it was all about the mindset. And like I told you, it all started with that personal connection. From the moment you showed personal interest in my health and wellness, and I knew it really mattered to you, as opposed to another place that's based on volume and you're just in and out. That's what made the shift in my mindset, that you actually cared. And it was as simple as listening to you. I mean, you're not telling me to do anything that you have not done yourself, right? And so it was that moment. Oh, and then the other thing. Oh, and I was 203 pounds at the. I'm going to fast forward and then go back a bit. At the end of, I think it was 3 months total. At the beginning, I mean, it's a lifestyle change. It's a way of life. It's a way of life. It's not something that has an endpoint. But at the end of those 3 months, I had lost, for myself, everyone's different. I had lost 60 pounds. I varied in sizes from, I guess if it's small, medium, large, extra large, XL to
what number? Did you ever get numbered sizes on your clothes?
Yeah, 12 to 14. And I went down to, I always use that pair of those white shorts.
I love it. It's all about your community, guys.
I remind everybody, everybody's body is different, but mine, like we talked about in the beginning, was about, I was going back to my natural frame and size.
But again, you worked very hard. Don't even discredit that, Renee. Like, she did personal training. She did one-on-one personal training. We'd meet 3 times a week in the gym, and it was so cute watching her on the weights. And I torture her with like the craziest workouts. I'm like, she's not going to do it.
You remember those outside, like right in front of the in the parking lot? Oh my God.
The stairs, going up the stairs.
Oh my gosh. But you know what? They helped. They also helped. They helped with my balance, like, because I wouldn't. I'm doing them now. Basically heel raises.
Calf raises.
Calf
raises going up the stairs.
But you're right. I worked hard, but if I know that you will back this up because you know it's fact. Because it was my mindset, I never complained. Even once.
Yeah, she never complained. And I tried to make her complain. I do that. I will push someone, because I only want strong people around me. Strong. If you're not strong, I'm reading this book, Renee. It's called Good to Great. And it pretty much says how, most people are fine with good because good is good, right? If you're being honest, I'm good. But in order to get to great, you have to have high expectations. You have to push yourself. And I'm always pushing myself. And if you're around me, if you're just good, then you're not going to challenge me. You're not going to question me. You're not going to, yo, Tina, that background looks horrible. You need to get the tape off the walls. You need to get some thumbtacks and put a thumbtack. Like, I'm yelling at you two right now. And anyone else who watched 7 a.m. Cup of Motivation and didn't say that GD freaking tape looks horrible on the wall. You don't love me, Carla. You don't love me, Renee. You're out here looking crazy.
So, but you're exactly right. I think that's why we gel so well, is because we probably I know we do. We put more expectations on ourselves than other people, and that is because we expect only the best. I remember one time I got an award, I still have it somewhere, that said,
guess what, guys?
Charles Kendall Adams, it said, the measure of greatness as opposed to something about the measure of greatness is the amount above and beyond you go above what is expected.
Okay. So guys, 20 minutes later, I'm just about finished. So this is the one that I graded. And as you can see, it's nice and light. It kind of looks like rice a little bit. You see that, Carla? Can't hear you. Pretty cool, eh? Open your mouth, Carla.
can I wrap one more thing up, or we can get back to it later?
Go for it. Go for it. About your story. You're talking about your story?
Yeah, I wanted to tell about the Arbonne. It was a game changer because this powder is the bomb. I have vanilla, I have strawberry. And yes, I still have the strawberry, Tina. But it is what helped me get my wellness journey kickstarted because it has all of the natural ingredients. It's all natural, vegan, and it had the protein, which is very important to me. One serving of this vanilla is 24 grams of protein.
Yes, and we need the protein.
Yep.
All right, so with family and friends, we're ready to start. This is going to be so quick. The hardest part was gravy. As you can see, there's still a lot of big chunks here. This is going to be the chunky rice, the chunky rice. All right, so we have this here and we have the other. Carla, any questions? Talk to me. This is a mess too. What are you thinking, Carla?
I'm not hearing her.
Maybe her sound is off. So the rule I want to say, whenever you're cooking, you always want to clean up as you're cooking.
Yeah, I do.
That's a tip. So we talked about oil. I guess there was no answer for Chris. I'm going to be using canola oil. But before we get into that, we're making 2 types of rice, guys. We're going to make curry rice, because I'm going to think about curry chicken and vegetable. So I have broccoli here, and I'm going to cut up my broccoli into little tiny pieces, and I need another plate. I'm coming over here for another plate. Okay. Be careful, T. I love these plates. You didn't know red is my favorite color. So for my vegetable rice, I'm cutting up the broccoli very, very small. Now, of course, you can have frozen broccoli or whatever, but I just like it fresh. And I'm cutting it up very, very tiny. And then I'm going to have mushrooms. I have shiitake mushrooms. That's my favorite mushroom. Do you like mushrooms, Carla, Renee? Do you guys like mushrooms?
A few. Your dish, it was a shiitake mushroom dish that you were able to basically replicate from, where was it? Not Chop House. Where was that place in Raleigh we used to do it?
I know, that was good. Yard House. I forgot what that was. That was so good. That was shiitake noodles or noodles?
Yeah. But I think they were brown noodles.
Shiitake chul. It was so good. Yeah. So if you're just tuning in, this is the StarzTina cooking show to healthy eating, right? We're making cauliflower rice. We're making substitutes. We're also meal prepping. Carla, talk to us about your meal prepping for the week, because Saturdays are she's not on. Saturdays and Sundays are very good for meal prepping. I just finished grocery shopping. I got some broccoli, as you can see, some yogurt. All right, so we talked about oils. Where's my mushrooms? For the mushroom part of it. Just a few shiitake mushrooms. We're going to have plain rice and then vegetable rice. So in the vegetable rice, I'm going to have the mushrooms. And I'm going to start the heat up. So if you can see can you see the stove, Renee?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So I'm going to start with my canola oil here, as you can see. I have 2 frying pans because I'm that person. I do the most. So I like cook both at the same time. My mother cooks so slow. She'll cook when she's cooking breakfast, she'll cook one thing, and the next thing. I'm like, girl, we got things to do. Come on. Renee, are you starting? Let's put some.
Yeah, I am. I was looking at the skillet to your left.
Some type of oil in the pan. And then we have seasonings. It's all about the seasonings. Renee is a white girl, but inside she's got a black girl living in her. She's got Jamaican curry, guys. How's this white girl got Jamaican curry in her house? Anyway, seasonings is what it's all about. So I know seasonings make everything taste so much better. I'm going to use these peppers and onions here. Why? For seasoning, for taste, right? So I have the fire on over there. I put the oil in it. Carla, I hope you're watching. And just cutting this up ever so gently, ever so small. And food tastes so much better when you take your time and cook it. So this is a good thing, Renee. Every Sunday after class, we can do our grocery shopping. Yeah. And I think she has Toastmasters now, so she may have to hop off for that.
Yeah, Miss Hattie's saying hi.
Hello, Mommy. Renee doesn't have much to do because she didn't have to grate her rice. She just had to put it in a frying pan. Tell us what vegetables you have, Renee. What vegetables do you have?
Oh, look, another one of my favorite things that I got from one of our favorite North Carolina places, the salad place that we use, Diced. I got one of their blades that they used to make their salads.
Wonderful. So first what we're going to do is we're going to put the I have 2 frying pans here. So one of them is going to be the vegetable rice and the other one's just going to be plain rice. The curry rice. I could do plain rice, but why do plain? Like, that's not cool. We're going to have curry rice and vegetable rice. So for the curry rice, all I need is curry powder and seasonings. I don't need anything. So I can put the rice right into that. So let's see. Can you see the stove? I think you can see the stove.
Yeah,
you can see the stove? Yes, you can see the stove. Wonderful. So back here, I'm going to put the curry rice back here. Right here. And this is going to be the one for just a regular old curry rice.
So you're putting your rice right now?
In one of them, yes. Well, the one that's just plain rice, yes. The other one, I'm going to put the vegetables in it. Okay. I got it. So I've got peppers. I don't have onions. I should put onions, but I really don't like onions, but I'm going to put onions because they say they're, it's good to have more vegetables. Plus, my mother's got like a herd of onions here. You would think she like robbed an onion truck or something. She has so many onions in the house. So I have mushrooms. I have broccoli. I really like broccoli, so I'm going to put a lot more broccoli in here. Renee, when Dee Dee was younger, she used to call these little trees.
Oh, yeah. I did
broccoli.
the same thing with Martin and Michael.
You want the fire low.
Yes.
Fire low. And some mushrooms there. Write in the comments, have you ever had cauliflower rice? Yes, I know this seems to be taking some time, but you can just get the one in the bag like Renee has and then just put seasonings on it. I don't think we can see you, Renee, there. We can see you. And I'm putting extra broccoli. Let's see, orange. I wish I had a green pepper, but we don't have green peppers, but that's okay. All right, so let's get started on the next bunch. So I'm going to put all of this in the frying pan here. Mm-hmm. I like to hear that sizzling sound. My pot must not be hot enough because I don't hear that. You know what makes that noise? Yeah. Turn you up some so I can hear that ching sound. And I'm probably going to put a lot more mushroom and broccoli because I like mushroom. Mushrooms are good. Just chop it up, chop it up. What are you doing, Renee? Tell us what you're doing.
What I am doing at the moment is I have a big electric pan. So on one side of it, I am just have the plain rice, plain cauliflower rice. Mm-hmm. And then on the other side, I'm sauteing my fresh vegetables, which are green pepper, red pepper, broccoli, and onion. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm going to put the onion in. One second.
Beautiful. Okay, so now comes seasonings, crew. This is the vital part, the seasonings. What do you do for seasoning? So first of all, I put turmeric in everything. So turmeric is going in both of them.
Here we go.
Benefits. The benefits of turmeric, there's so many, from lowering inflammation. Okay, so I've got the curry, the Jamaican curry powder. Okay, that is not a Jamaican accent. I don't know what the heck that was.
Are you on both of them?
I'm not, no. It's curry rice. And
that's what I thought.
Rice.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you could if you like it that much, but
yeah.
And I wonder, I guess it's really no big difference because I love Indian food. So I'm going to say if the curry rice and the Jamaican curry chicken. Have you ever had curry chicken and rice, Renee?
Yes, I did. I have. Back in the day, I used to go all the time to this place called Jamaica.
Where?
In North Carolina, in Research Triangle Park, near where I work.
Okay, Jamaica. Next week we'll do empanadas. I love a good.
Oh,
empanada.
I was just about to say that. I love that.
This, I think she's this Puerto Rican girl I know. She looks like Sanaya. She looks like Sanaya Latham. Mm-hmm. She actually visited me when I lived in North Carolina, and she taught me how to make empanadas. And my girlfriend Josefina is supposed to be teaching me. This is like years later. Arroz con dulce and arroz con pollo, which is rice and chicken and rice and beans. But she never taught me how to make it. She would just make it and give it to me. And that's what we want to do right now. So I'm doing this. It's like when you teach someone how to fish, you feed them for a lifetime. When you give them fish, you're just feeding them at that moment.
That's
and
right.
We want to feed you for a lifetime. So it's like not just happening now. It's a lifetime. And you can teach someone else, right? That's the key thing right there.
Mm-hmm. And it's about experimenting. too. For example, what we're doing right now, we're not following a recipe. We're getting creative with the flavors.
Yeah, I was thinking about Googling it or going on YouTube, but I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, sometimes you don't even have all the ingredients they ask for.
That's
It's
right.
like you go through all this trouble and it doesn't taste good. And we're just going to taste and trial, taste and trial. Make sure you have a bunch of seasonings. Now, there's a lot of people on YouTube who has great seasonings. You know, I want to start ordering from them and getting their seasonings because that's always amazing as well. And as we said, clean up as you go.
Yeah.
And I like a lot of color, so I'm going to need some more orange in here. Woo, so what are you going to have later on with it, Renee? Are you going to make, I bought some salmon. I'm also going to make.
I told you we're 20 today. I actually have some salmon, and that's a great idea because I got some salmon that's already skewered for if I had a grill, it would be on the grill, but I do have an indoor one, so I might do that. And you know, I always have my tofu. I may actually do some tofu also, and kind of toss it in.
Okay.
Oh, the other thing that I would hope that we can do on one of our future episodes is the protein powder. It's so versatile. Maybe we can do, like, remember the protein balls? I think we did that before, and there's other things that we could do with it.
Yes. Let's get into the seasonings now. So we put some curry powder in the rice. I don't have pink Himalayan salt, so I won't be putting any salt because we just have that little girl on the blue box, which is not cool. I'm going to put some onion powder. Do you have onion powder there, Renee?
I do.
Cool. Again, just to give us some taste, some flavor. So I have garlic powder, onion powder. And I'm going to put in both of them. My daughter would always say everything I made tasted like steak. Because I would just, I like tasting my food, right? So that is the onion powder. And I have to wipe them off before I put them in the cabinet because my hands are like all messy. Garlic powder. Okay, that's a lot of that. You know what I like instead of garlic powder? I wonder if we have it. Those little, it's like, we don't have any here. They're in a jar.
I know what you're
little
I have
pieces
some.
of
I'm going
garlic.
to go out of frame for just a minute so we can show good people.
I'm putting some all-purpose adobo just because.
I think this is what you're talking about.
Bring it closer, girlfriend. I don't know what kind of eyes you think I have. To the camera. If you're not at the camera. Is it? Yes. I like that. You're going to put that in it?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be really nice in it. Gosh, that song, Gyra, is stuck in my head. I wish I had my computer could get the music working for you guys. So we could have some music. We did prepare. We do lives every day. You think we'd have this under control, right? But it's always something with the technology. Always something with the tech. Not always, but a lot of the time. Okay, what other? I'm going to put Old Bay in here just because. Okay, maybe I'm not. We need more Old Bay. Why keep empty containers? That's not fun. And there's a little in there. So let's see if I make it. Nope, I did not make it. As Lisa Nichols would say, you have to always take your shot.
I love that.
Shot. Okay, what else? Okay, I did the adobo already. I'm going to add, this says ground white pepper.
Oh. I
literally, like I said, I just went in the cabinet and I just started grabbing things that I liked. That I thought would be good. Here's another one here. Everything but salt, Mrs. Dash.
That's a good one. I'm going to do this cute little packet of Creole seasoning that my brother gave me.
Oh, look at you. Okay. So my pan is looking a little dry. So I'm going to have to add a little more oil to it. But it's looking good. I'm probably going to add more mustard.
The vegetables are smelling so good.
Yes. And the reason why I'm doing this is for various reasons, Pete. One, to keep me accountable. And two, to encourage you to just eat a little healthier. And some people think the weekends are the time to just go wild. For me, I really like to go super clean on the weekends just because I have more time, right? During the week, You can tell I have too many seasonings now, right? During the week, you're rushing about, so you may just like grab something and go. But on the weekends, when you have more time, just come through here. Now, am I around next week? And May is a really full month for me, family. And Renee and Carla, I want you guys to do these on Saturdays, even if I'm not here. Like, I'm speaking one Saturday, and I'll be in Bermuda another Saturday. So I want these to continue, all right? Am I here next week? I am here next week, right, Renee?
Correct.
Let's do empanadas. Go ahead.
Yeah. You're here next week, I know, and I believe the following week.
If you want to get closer, we're going to do empanadas next week.
Oh, those look great.
And maybe what we can do is I can like list the ingredients if people want to cook with us.
Oh, that would be cool.
So this is the what did I call this, curry? And this is going to be my vegetable rice right here, like when you go to the Chinese restaurant. Now, if I ate, guess what, Renee? Guess what?
What?
I was going to say if I ate eggs, but I forgot because I miss my eggs so much. Oh my gosh, I love eggs. So when I was vegan, I stopped eating eggs because they're baby chicken. So I got this right here, which is just egg. So I'm going to pour. If you have egg, you can put that in the vegetable too, Renee.
You know I got eggs.
I know you do.
I got eggs.
Eggs are a great source of protein. So I'm putting some just egg in my vegetables that are here. And when my what am I trying to say? I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
We were talking about how next week we're going to do empanadas. Maybe you'll post the ingredients in case someone.
No, I was actually talking about this rice. I was going to say we're going to add the cauliflower to it because right now I'm just doing the vegetables. Mm-hmm. And I probably should have done the egg first, like cooked it and then put it in here. Because right now it's looking like mushy mama. It's looking kind of weird. It's looking kind of soupy-ish, like my mother's freaking cabbage and rice yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't look like eggs. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make some space and pour a little more in here.
Yeah,
now, someone told me, so for me, I can have 2 to 3 eggs a week. And someone told me to get an egg and get like a container of like egg white or something.
Uh-huh. Oh,
and then mix it in or something.
Where the protein is.
We're cooking, Renee. We're cooking. I still have more seasonings over here. Tell me what seasonings you put in yours.
I put the Himalayan salt. I put ground, the peppermill, the peppercorns that I ground up. I put the garlic, garlic in a jar. I put the Jamaican curry. I actually did 2 passes of the Jamaican curry. And what else? I'm forgetting.
The egg looked better. So I separated the egg. It's looking like eggs now. Before it was looking like mush mush. And now I'm going to add my cauliflower rice so you guys can see. You can see here.
How if you had to guess about the equivalent of how much you put in, how much egg did you put in?
Oh, I just poured it. I don't really measure. I'm really bad at that.
The reason I asked is I put 2 eggs, and so that's an added 12 grams of protein.
Very good. Very good. Doesn't look like, let me just keep stirring. Vegetable rice, if you're just tuning in, we are making cauliflower vegetable rice and cauliflower curry rice. Yep. I've got some salmon I might make later, but this is great because it's the equivalent of regular rice. If you love rice, this is the substitution for you. We got to get rid of that gluten. We got to get rid of those things. If you want to change your bodies, ladies, you got to cut the rice out. I know we say brown rice, but it's still rice. We want to get rid of it. What other seasonings do I have over here? I have one more seasoning left to put in. Lemon pepper. I think I put it in twice.
Oh, that sounds good.
Oh, it looks pretty, though. It's like yellow. I love colors. I love seeing colors. And I'm going to put a little dash of this little, as she calls it, her little Santa. A little salt. A little salt. I don't think I put pepper in. Where's the pepper? Oh, here it is. This is her little pepper guy. It's almost done. See, I told you it took more time to grate the flippin'
Yeah.
broccoli, cauliflower than to actually make it. So you can buy it right out of the out of the bag in the grocer's aisle. Now they have another one. They have like broccoli rice. And I got mad when I got the broccoli rice, Renee. Because I'm like, this doesn't taste like rice. Of course it's not rice, Tina. It's freaking broccoli. But I see the word rice. And I think, oh, it's going to taste like rice. But it's not. We got to remember, these are all substitutions. And your body and your mind and your brain kind of gets used to it once you gets going.
The cauliflower is probably the most versatile that I found as far as being a substitute that doesn't change the taste of the dish. But it ultimately it goes all the way back to what we said at the beginning, the flavorings.
Seasonings, yes. Because you can make cauliflower chicken.
Yep.
That was cute. And then you have the sauces. You know, I'm getting hot.
Yes.
Oh, gosh. One of those things are happening.
Oh, yeah. There is, look, I do have one. Have you had the cauliflower that you can bake it, little florets? You can roast it in the oven with seasonings over it, and it's exactly what you say. They call it cauliflower seasoning. Let's see what Miss Hattie is saying. Miss Hattie is saying he's never tasted cauliflower rice before. Miss Hattie, I guess you are in for a treat.
Yes. And again, you don't have to go through all this trouble of grating the cauliflower, cutting up the broccoli, like I did it because I like it and tastes a little better. You can just get the bag like Renee. Renee literally bought a bag of cauliflower and put it on the stove and added seasonings.
Yep.
It definitely tastes like curry.
It does. It does.
It does.
Good.
I think most of the time are like the texture as well, right?
Yes.
It's the texture and like the feel. For example, like people who like coffee, it's not necessarily the taste, but just like to hold the warm cup.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you're really not supposed to taste as you're going with the spoon but it's, it's mine. It's not like,
if you are, it's your dish that you're cooking for yourself, right? So
if it's for a bunch of people, then you don't want to, what do they call that, double dipping?
No,
you don't want to double dip like that if it's for other people.
Right.
I will offer it to others. Let them have Tina's dippage in it. Yeah. I think I'm about done. What about you, Renee?
Mine's done. I'm gonna take
We're gonna plate this jammy.
Yep.
Even though in my mind, the more it cooks, the better it tastes.
Yep.
That's like all in my mind. And I got I'm gonna put the fish in the air fryer because someone spilled something in the oven and it smells like a freaking, when you put the stove on. So I will be putting it in the air fryer. We're done, people. This is Tina's Cooking Show. Today we made cauliflower rice. Next week we're making empanadas. Empanadas, which are so good. Vegan empanadas. And if you want to add meat, you can add meat. Mm-hmm. I'll send you the ingredients of what to buy. It's so simple and they're so good. You need an air fryer. That's what we're not dipping them in a bunch of oil. No. It's going right in the air fryer. It's going to taste so good. All right, let's plate some of this, Renee, so we can take a photo.
Yeah.
Plate it up. And then we'll have a little taste test. Mommy, come on downstairs so you can taste it. Taste it. So we have too bad Elisa isn't here to try it out. She went to the water park.
All
right, peeps.
You
so
ready?
If you know anything about me, I got to get a fork. I like to make sure my food looks really pretty. Hold on a second.
That's something else that I was remembering. How you plate it makes you look forward to
eating it, right?
Yep.
So, and in restaurants, they'll like take the napkin. Hold on a second. Ladies, this is what you want to do. All right? That's how I actually caught a guy on our first date. He came over and I had dinner cooked. I was like, what do you want? And I made salmon and something else. And he was shocked. Like, ask a guy, what is that's ever been done for them. And if they know you can cook, they're like, they got a winner, right?
Mm-hmm.
So And I actually got this idea. Well, she came down. My ex-husband, whenever he would cook, it would look so pretty. He legit, Renee, would like put a bowl to get like the right circle.
Oh,
I'm sure they don't do it like this in the
Oh
restaurant.
my gosh. That is a great idea. You know I'm gonna try that.
That's what he would do. He would like get a cup and it would be like a perfect little shape.
Okay.
All right, mommy, come on in. I don't know. Come on in. All right, crew. We have to pray over our food first. Heavenly Father, bless the hands that prepared this food so that it nourishes the mind, body, heart, and soul. All right. So this right here is curry rice. Mommy, open your eyes. We're finished. That's curry rice there. And this is vegetable rice. Let's start with the curry one first. Let's go. Why is she using her left hand? I have no idea. We can't see your reaction. What do you think? Why are you looking all scared?
Mine is great.
Too much seasoning? It's dry. Is rice supposed to be wet?
No, but my mouth was dry before I came down. I needed something to drink.
Okay, so what does it taste like?
Curry.
Why are you using your left hand? All right, but it's too much seasoning for me. It's a little too much pepper. All right, let's go to the vegetable one.
Okay.
Too much pepper. I always do.
You know what it is? Because you put the two different peppers.
I did.
Yeah, you
Yeah, too
put
much pepper.
the regular pepper and then you put the white pepper.
She's coughing. Yeah. Not too much pepper. Family and friends. That's it. Curry rice. Cauliflower.
You want some gravy on it? Maybe slamming.
She said if it was gravy on it. All right. So family and friends, join us here on Saturdays for the cooking show, preparing your food for the week. What are you going to eat? Maybe you plate up, you get some containers. Nobody's going to have one. If you're prepared, it makes it that much easier, right? So Renee, you want to leave us with any tips as we get out of here?
Yes, my tip is don't be afraid to experiment. You don't have to know how to cook other than how to turn on a stove and chop some vegetables and you'll be good. I mean,
like
it's that
that,
simple.
I like it because I hate when people say, go ahead.
No, I was going to thank Miss Hattie for joining us. And what I heard is that first Saturday that you're gone, that Miss Hattie is going to do a cooking segment with me.
Ah, she's going to join you guys. Okay, we like that. And I do want to add, I like that you said that, Renee, because a lot of people say, I can't cook. And if anyone is the queen of not being able to cook, I'm going to share two stories before we get out of here. The first story is I would always burn water. I'd make tea or eggs. You'd hear the eggs popping, fire alarm going off from making a boiled egg, right? Ridiculous. And the final story I'm going to leave you with, Renee. So if you're watching this, Carla, or anyone else who thinks you can't cook, during the holidays, everyone likes to cook, right? And I love baked macaroni and cheese. I could make that one thing right there because my grandmother would make that. Now, this particular, it was either Thanksgiving or Christmas. I'm not sure because I didn't cook that much. It was one of those two holidays. So it was either November or December. I cooked it and I would always make 2 trays. So let's fast forward. You know, New Jersey is cold in the winter, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So I remember it was the summer and we smelled a funny smell in the house. It was like, what that? It was horrible. So I went to the stove and I opened up the stove and I must have forgotten the macaroni and cheese in the oven, which shows I don't cook. It had been in the oven since either Christmas or Thanksgiving all the way to the summer. And the house was so hot and it was really, really bad. So if you think you can't cook, I used to be that person. It's not that funny.
I remember it.
I'm laughing with you, not at you, because I have literally been on the phone with Ms. Hattie before, and even the egg story, I would have forgotten about the eggs.
Yeah. It's a lot. So don't be down on yourself, right? Just get in the kitchen and do it. And ladies, if you want a man, you gotta cook. You gotta cook. Right. A man does not want a woman who cannot cook. All right, your looks are not going to last forever. So, Mister, if you're out there, I'm talking to my future husband, mommy.
Okay.
Renee's future husband, your future husband. Yes, you can have a husband. No excuses. I don't care if you're 70, whatever.
They died.
So what if they
I
die?
want another one.
Because you want to have fun. You want to enjoy life. Anyway, we're getting out of here. Thank you all for coming through. Remember, you are amazing. Peace. And a bottle of hair grease. Bye.
Bye.
You can end us for that.